नमस्कार, एक्वाकल्चर गुरु में आप सभी लोगों का एक बार फिर हार्दिक स्वागत है। YouTube की वजह से अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें हो रही हैं। ICAR का इंस्टीट्यूट है सिफी, वहाँ से आमंत्रण आया हमको और एक्सपर्ट पैनलिस्ट बनाया गया एम्पावरिंग स्टूडेंट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स इस टॉपिक के ऊपर। तो डॉक्टर KN मोहंता सर हैं और वो प्रिंसिपल साइंटिस्ट और हेड हैं वहाँ पर फिश न्यूट्रिशन, बायोकेमिस्ट्री एंड फिजियोलॉजी के। उनका खुद का फ़ोन आया था और उन्होंने हमें एक्सपर्ट पैनलिस्ट के लिए वहाँ पर बुलाया। कल हुआ था ये प्रोग्राम, तो हम वहाँ गए और हमें काफ़ी वहाँ पे गर्व महसूस हुआ जिस तरह से उन लोगों ने हमको ऑनर किया और अच्छी तरह से बातचीत की और दिन भर वहाँ पर रहे और बहुत ही आनंद आया वहाँ पर। ये हिंदुस्तान का बहुत ही प्रीमियम फिशरीज़ एजुकेशन का इंस्टीट्यूट है जो ICAR के अंतर्गत है। तो हमारी तो कोई भी पढ़ाई नहीं है फिशरीज़ में, लेकिन फिर भी हमें बुलाया गया और काफ़ी सम्मानित किया गया। हमने वहाँ बच्चों के लिए बोला और अपने विचार प्रस्तुत किए, एक प्रेजेंटेशन भी बनाया था। तो अभी आगे आप लोगों को वो प्रेजेंटेशन दिखाते हैं। थैंक यू सिफी फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी एज ए एक्सपर्ट पैनलिस्ट। तो शुरुआत करते हैं, हमारा प्रेजेंटेशन देखिए। ग्रीटिंग्स, हेलो एंड वेलकम टू ऑल। Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Dheer Singh Ji, distinguished guests, dear students and all who have gathered here today, a warm welcome to all of you. I am Sunil Chandra, an aqua farmer, life member and currently member of Executive Council of Coastal Society for Aquaculture and Fisheries, ICAR SIBA. It is an absolute honor to stand here. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed Dr. KN Mohanty sir and Dr. Prem Kumar sir for bringing us all together for this remarkable occasion. Today's topic is entrepreneurship. The two golden points for entrepreneur. First is remain flexible and adaptable to ever-changing world. And second is commitment to deliver the exceptional value to the customer. I have been asked to share my journey of aquaculture today. So here we go to our first slide and I will share a bit of my background. Before entering the aquaculture field, we were involved in fiberglass boat building and custom-made automobile manufacturing. These are some of our creations. All are handmade and created without the use of any machine or paper designs. This is ATV, this is motor trike, this is my car, it is based on AC Cobra. So we have transitioned from lammer gear to aquaculture, opting to start with a recirculating aquaculture system. Initially we set up a 2-ton RAS capacity and then one more of 4-ton RAS capacity. We built our own units and components. The challenge was coordinating these units to achieve optimal results required technology. But the problem is, you don't know what you don't know. So it was Mr. Ajay Singh from Lucknow who introduced us to a microprocessor called 328P. We studied it, we purchased the necessary components and designed and made our own programmable logic card in less than 90 days. Also learned Python language and used it to control the various units and components effectively. This innovative step dramatically proved vital. For this, thanks to Google and Internet and YouTube also, we launched our YouTube channel and our innovation reached many people. Significantly, it caught the attention of Mr. Neeraj Magnani from Pune, the owner of Fount Lab. He visited us and underwent a 3-day RAS training session. Last month, he launched a company named Aquacult for supervisory control and data acquisition in aquaculture and offered me the post of CEO. Students having master's degree in biotechnology who have received grants from Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council (BIRAC) also contacting us for advice on biomanufacturing projects and opting for training sessions. This statement of Swami Vivekananda perfectly applies to me. Thank you, Swamiji. We successfully completed RAS projects with Asian sea bass grow out culture. It was really mesmerizing to see these creatures who became pet once you culture it. We have conducted successful cultures with tilapia and paku also. Kindly see this video. We also visited premium institutes like RGCA and SEBA and participated in international conference BRACON with my supervisor Israr Ahmed. We carried out comprehensive study and projects using biofloc technology. It is a zero water exchange heterotrophic aerobic water culture. We used chemicals to estimate various water parameters. Kindly see this video. Roopchanda in biofloc culture. They have shown very good result here. We ran our culture driven by data without any guesswork. So we recorded data, developed our own feed calculation sheet, another sheet for organic carbon estimation relative to both TAN value and protein content of the feed. So we strictly recorded these data for more than 18 months. But for during 1 week, when I was out of station, our staff continued to do routine work, but we couldn't record the data. So kindly see how this was an opportunity to learn, grow and contribute. Upon my return, I found that the TAN value has risen to 8 ppm from 0.05 ppm last week. Surprisingly, the fish have no signs of stress and were feeding well. Later we learned that TAN consists of two forms of ammonia, toxic ammonia and non-toxic ammonia. Now the question was how much toxic ammonia was present in our case of 8 ppm TAN. So referring to a table by Emerson et al., we found that the fraction of toxic ammonia in any aqueous solution depends on pH and temperature. So in our case we found that our pH was 6.8, let's take it 7 in this table, and temperature 26. So the corresponding value in the table was 0.006. So after multiplying it with TAN, the amount of toxic ammonia was found and it was below 0.05 milligram per liter. So it's really non-toxic to our fish, and that's why the fish were eating so well. We noticed that table used 2 degree increments for temperature and 0.2 value increments for pH. Therefore, I recalculated the whole table with 1 degree increments of temperature and 0.1 value increments for pH. This formula was used to calculate the fraction of toxic ammonia. This was for acid dissociation constant. This is all simple school days chemistry and nothing to do with aquaculture. So I have more precise value to control the threshold value of toxic ammonia now. Now one more point was there, that why the pH is progressively getting acidic, because it was 7.6 when I left and after 1 week it was 6.8. So while studying nitrification process, we found that at the first stage of oxidation, when TAN is converted to nitrite, hydrogen ions are produced, and that's why it is accounting for the lowering of pH. This is how we always keep on learning, and that helps us in developing progressively a clear understanding of the subject without any guesswork. COVID-19 has told us the value of new things such as online classes, virtual meetings, remote learning, and this is all power of technology. So we thought of using YouTube to share our acquired knowledge and experiences. We started our channel Aquaculture Guru and uploaded around 158 videos so far. Just see how these efforts have started to manifest in different ways. Last month we received so many visit calls from Malegaon, from Vijayawada and Visakhapatnam. These are some of the glimpses of farms where we visited. Kindly see this video. This is the RAS farm for rainbow trout at 14 degrees centigrade. This farm is very well designed and constructed properly, but due to ignorance of few basics, they are consistently incurring losses. We always provide a very detailed and explained report after the survey. The recent topic of oxygen budget from one farm, kindly take a quick look about the report we provide. We give each and every calculation to support our view, and we recommend solutions so that it can be implemented without any fuss. So thank you, YouTube. We have done so many training sessions. People have come from New Zealand and Saudi Arabia also. We are getting consultancy, as I said, from these three places, Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada and Malegaon. There are new projects also. And on top of that, we are getting enormous love and affection from all over the world. They share their emotions with the help of comments, phone calls and WhatsApp messages. That YouTube does a time compounding for us. Suppose there is a video of 10 minutes and it has got a view of 9.6 million in 7 days, for example. And if viewers saw only 5 minutes on an average, that is 50%, then if you calculate these things in terms of years, then you will be amazed to know that 91.32 year of work has been done in just 7 days, and this is called time compounding. So this is how technology has struck these days. So if you get 1 paisa for 1 hour, you are going to get 8,000 rupees in 7 days. This is called combination of small profits. So by leveraging this platform, we can continue to grow, learn and achieve our goals. So technology, Jindabad. Let's talk about another platform quickly. And this is Udemy platform. Unlike YouTube, it has a dedicated online learning platform where so many courses are there made by experts and teachers and amateurs. It is very well organized with a clear curriculum, and it's very decently priced and sensibly priced, and frequent discounts are also offered here. So we uploaded 3 courses here and hope to make it 30 by the end of 2025. I have uploaded 3 courses and see how many students have come so far from whole world. 19 students and 23 registrations, and my course rating is 5. I am also getting payments. This is my last month payment. So by leveraging this platform also, we can continue to grow, learn and achieve our goals. So it is again technology Zindabad. So let's have some key points about entrepreneurship. First thing is to start. Once you start, only then your journey will begin. So validate ideas, create your first plan. If you want some mentorship, you can get it. Secure funds, this is very important. Stay updated with the current trends and technology and skills. Never fear failures and uncertainty, because they will drive you to the success. Interdisciplinary approach, this is very important because you can leverage your academic knowledge by combining it with other skills also, as I did it with electronics and programming. So you can be more innovative in your solutions in whatever is your field. Resilience and persistence is very important, because once you quit, then nothing is going to happen. And balancing passion and practicality is also important, but it is 100% passion for me. You can decide of your own, but it should be a never say die attitude. You should concentrate on solving the problem, not on the problem. So go even beyond for betterment, like I did the betterment of the table for toxic ammonia. Working alone will take you to some distance, but if you build network, then you can grow exponentially. There the time compounding was done by YouTube for you. Here you can do the time compounding. You are working for 8 hours, you get some productivity, you want more, so you will increase your working hours. You can go up to 24 hours, but you cannot work for 25 hours in a day, because next day starts and there is no 25th hour in a single day. So what you will do, you will have persons under certain agreement with you. They will work for you. Suppose they work for 8 hours, so it is 24-hour work for you. So if you are also working, then it will be 32 hours of work in a single day. And this is called time compounding. And it has no limit. You can have any number of people working for you, and you can grow exponentially. Suppose someday you are not working for some reason, even then you are getting the benefit of 24 hours. And this is called financial freedom. Now something about Indian philosophy. It works everywhere. Everything has to happen exactly like it has happened. You cannot say in retrospect that, oh, I would have done it in this way or that way, so the results could have been different or better. No, no way. It has to happen exactly like it had happened, and this is so simple. If someone meets someone, then there is a purpose behind it. It is absolutely not by chance we are meeting someone. It has some reason behind it. Either the person has come to tell you something, or you have to help him in some way or the other. Whatever is there, but there is a purpose behind it. It is not by coincidence you are meeting. So once you meet someone, value it. And there is a time fixed for each and everything to happen, neither early nor late. So have patience and acceptance for delays and setbacks. Keep working without any fear. Your plan will unfold at the right timing. And fourth is, whatever has been done is done forever. You cannot change it. It is history. So do not carry any regret, any guilt, or hold on to any grudges, which can emotionally be too burdensome for you, only to sap your energy and can drag your personal growth and happiness. So kindly discontinue lamenting the past and focus more on the present. There is no control Z in your life. And this is very important. It needs no explanation. I am just reading it. Whatever is yours will always be yours. Whatever leaves you was not yours even before. Once you know this and once you believe this, you will be at peace, and kindly be at peace. Have emotional resilience that will help you in your life, in your working area, everywhere. And finally, eat healthy and stay healthy. Have restorative sleep to boost your serotonin level. That is 5-hydroxytryptamine, a neurotransmitter. The more level of it will help you to have a better mood, good learning, good memory, and overall all the physiological processes which are going on in you will be perfectly tuned. So, and exercise also religiously. You cannot restore the benefit of exercise. That's why you have to do it regularly. And that will produce the endorphins that will change your whole outlook. So thanks Sifi, and thanks to everyone. Fond regards and best wishes to all the budding entrepreneurs. With all the courage, creativity and dedication, keep pushing the boundaries and keep innovating and keep making the world a better place to live and love. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.